I've been using oils for about 5 years now, and they were not new to me when I was introduced to Young Living, but I had been introduced to oils through the idea of making your own cleaners and natural laundry detergent, things like that. And so I had tried some oils from a local co-op and was not impressed. Didn't like the scent, didn't think it really did anything for, I think I was making laundry detergent, and I went on my way. I really only thought of them as like a natural scent. And my son was born with eczema to the point where, he was, baby scratch, but he scratched a lot. And the doctor at that point told me to give him Benadryl every day. He was about a month old, and I was told to give him Benadryl every day. I think I did that one day, and then thought, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this to his little body. That doesn't seem right. And that was hard as a brand new mom, and not really knowing and not, feeling confident with what the doctor was telling me. So that's kind of where our story began, was when my son was born, and he was born with eczema, and we had some different instances where we knew he was super sensitive to stronger scents. And so we were always very conscious of that. Going on down the line of time, he continued to have eczema. We doctored for it. We used steroid creams, which if you have any experience with steroid creams, you can only use them for a short amount of time because they will thin the skin, and over time, there's just complications that can happen with overusing those things. He would scratch so much that he would bleed. He would, get every set of sheets bloody anywhere we went, and he would just scratch. So when he had open sores, we couldn't use the steroid cream. We had to use an antibacterial cream. But when you use an antibacterial cream, it doesn't stop the itching. And so it was a constant circle, because when we tried to heal his skin, we couldn't treat his skin. And when we treated his skin, we couldn't heal his skin. We tried every single lotion, over the counter. I think there was a prescription one in there at some point that you can try. They would sting his skin. He would back into the corner and not want to be lotioned. And I mean, this was a kid who needed to have hydration on his skin. We got to a point where there was one product we were using often, and we thought we were getting there and we were really doing well. And then he had a rebound reaction to that product. So then we couldn't use that anymore. Within this time too, when he was about 2, we found out he had food allergies. He has several life-threatening food allergies and asthma. I don't know if I mentioned that. So at this point now, I had 2 kids, and my daughter also had eczema, not to the extent of my son, and asthma and food allergies, both of them. So at the time that I was introduced to Young Living by my friend, we were doing all this stuff and just doing everything we could do. And she's like, you've got to check out these oils. You just have to look at them. You have to read about what they can do. And I was like, I looked into oils like a year or so ago. I didn't like how they smelled. I'm just not interested. She said, just look at this. You have to read this. So she sent me to this, I think a Facebook group or a blog or something that she was looking into. And I was reading, and I got reading, and I spent a lot of nights reading because there were people raving about how they were helping their kids' skin, and they were doing this, and they were healing this, and they were doing that. And I was like, I thought oils were for scenting laundry detergent and cleaning products and things like that. Not for on our bodies, which I have since learned, all of those things that we use go in and on our bodies. So we have to be thinking about all of that. Anyway, so I was like, fine. So I researched and found the 2 products that everybody kept talking about for eczema. And at this point, we were still rotating through lotion, antibacterial ointment, steroid cream for my son. And so I ordered one oil. I ordered Melrose oil and rose ointment from my friend, from Andrea, actually. And it was like, fine, I will try these. So I read the bottle, I diluted them like they said. I made a roller bottle with Melrose and some grapeseed oil in it, I think. And I used that on Everett, and I would roll it onto his legs every night. I actually think I was doing a test. I think I was using it on one leg and not on the other. And then I would put rose ointment on all of the sores. And my husband was like, what stinks? What are you doing? How do you know that you're not making it worse? What's going on? I was not a fan. And, you know, you start to doubt yourself. But I was also thinking, gosh, all these people had luck. What do I have to lose at this point? We've been doing so many different things and trying so many different things. You know, what do I have to lose? So we tried it for 7 days, because then I got in my head and I thought, maybe I am doing something wrong. What am I doing? You know, these struggles that us moms deal with all the time. And after 7 days, yeah, we compared his legs, and I wish I could find that photo, and I have searched. I don't know what happened to it. He was 7 years old at the time. His legs looked so much better in 7 days than we had seen them look ever, because he was just covered in scabs and scratches all the time. And we finally saw something that he would like settle down and sleep. So it was helping the itch, and he was healing. And I could not believe it. I was like, okay, yeah, this needs to happen. But my husband still wasn't convinced. So Andrea had given me a bunch of samples from her kit. And so I was doing things like putting purification on a cotton ball and sticking it in vents. And I was trying lemon and different cleaners, and I was doing different things. And the scents were really nice. The rooms, like my son's room, smelled really fresh and nice with purification in the vent. I had tried peppermint in my water and had relief from a stomach ache. And my stomach issues go back to high school. And there was relief there. There's something to this. So after all of that, I decided to go ahead and get started. And since then, I have learned so much about just being in this community of people. I've learned so much about what we put on our skin and what goes into our bodies. And I make lotion for my kids now that soothes them and hydrates their skin. And I add the essential oils to that lotion that they need for their specific needs right then. And I can change it up, and it helps them. I've never seen them back into a corner because a lotion stings anymore. It is moisturizing and healing their skin. Plus, with their allergies, I can tailor it so that it's all absolutely safe. I feel like a new woman because I am not constantly afraid of what I'm eating. I use Young Living supplements. I use their digestive enzymes. When I started, I would just drink peppermint water. And that in itself was just like a night and day difference in how I felt and how my body, my stomach was processing and things were working. We go to oils first. And it's been such a blessing. It's been so much fun to help other people learn what they can do and learn how they can help them heal. And yeah, and for us living this life with food allergies and asthma and stuff too, I have story after story, but I've already talked 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop. But that's how I came into oils, and that's what oils have done for our life. And it's been 5 years, and we're never going back. We're just going to continue to learn and help people. That is my goal, is so that more people learn what can be done.